friends of our channel be welcome. Please, try to watch the videos in sequence because the information sometimes is complementary. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, 16th Encounter, Video 15th, November 10, 2010. Question: Mythi, there have been many cases of abductions in which terraqueous females are impregnated by aliens. Why are there such cases? What is the intention? Well, we know that exist a lot of hybrids Pleiadians with Earthlings, but they are very similar physically with you, which resulted in normal children, or above normal. In the case of Greys and Reptilians, attempts are hybridization of races, which they try to make it happen in a natural environment, not only in the laboratory. But you cannot generalize the alien races. Like I said, the Earth is not an official colony, so few races of Greys, as you say, bad Greys, without scruple, but with competent scientists in the genetics area, do genetic experiments on humans, to try a hybridization between reptilians and humans, to service these reptilians under research contract. To our knowledge, have failed to develop properly, even with an equalization of antibodies between the races. Any day they'll succeed, and you can have a grandchild or a great-grandchild with a face quite different from yours, but perhaps mentally more advanced. You will have many strange news surrounding children of your planet, those coming time. Possibly, this new age we have people from planets of Andromeda, living here, and Earthlings living there with them. Who knows whether hybrids will emerge with time? Well, Mythi, I have a smart kid of 9 years, if you provide some little niece of your planet? We may be relatives, who knows? He laughed. Question: Mythi, our friend Sticker asked if you could write something in your own language, so we can see the kind of writing of your people, okay? Yes, Sticker, I can, but I will explain some things to you first, cause this is an interesting matter. A long time ago not used writing. Everything for us today is mental. Our records and reports are made mentally to our systems, and between us, as well as images, we can write mentally in database systems, which are available for those who wants to access. We have no paper or pens, for thousands of years. We have photographic memory and never forget what we learned, so we do not need written instructions for absolutely nothing. Our processing systems do not work with bits and bytes as yours is a biotechnology altogether. Suppose you and a Japanese friend were in our spaceship, looking for a panel of our system, with flight instructions, coordinates, description of duties, etc. You would be seeing everything in English, and your friend would be seeing in Japanese, on the same panel and at the same time. The system does not write with character, but with stimulus. One developing mental technique of communication will not see anything written really. You will communicate among themselves and with the system, without need for translation because the brain waves will transmit these stimuli, and these signals do not require translation. We have symbols engraved on pieces and parts, as well as for signage, manufacturing data, material and origin, etc. As I said earlier, we have the flexibility to write in any language to communicate with beings who have not developed this mental flexibility. We use the same process I use with you, because everything you tell me, I can see how it is written through the stimuli of your own brain. I can write whatever you want with your handwriting. I can write and understand spoken and written symbols either the Earth or any other planet, because the local residents themselves gives me this data in real time, from their own translator. If you speak wrong, I'll talk to you wrong. Get it? Suppose you imagine a city, so that your idea was filling up and you'd have to draw your imagination, as it would create the details getting ready. We can do the same thing, but we project our thoughts into a 3D environment, and we are creating and changing to get ready. Then simply record it in the system, so others can see the details of the project. Imagine that you have to design a cell phone. You have to make the casing, set hundreds of individual components and put everything together, so that each perform a function that allows the working end of the set, right? Well, in our case, with the molecular machine programming, I provide the pairing of the device design, the desired function, operating characteristics, and make available the raw materials that enter the gross process that the production equipment will define and apply. Seconds later, I have the device ready and in the desired quantities. The device will be a unique piece. If you cut or destroy the device, will not see any component. Everything is molecularly integrated in the same matter, no wires, no visual connections. See the technical difference? Okay, now I can draw you some characters of our writing, to use to see how it appears, in that paper you gave me. I'll write, "You are my friends, our galaxies are sisters." Okay, here it is. Wait a minute, are you kidding me? How you wrote only by passing your flashing bracelet, without choosing a pen. I transfer the images to the paper, using our main system of the spaceship. I can use it, as you use your pen. Mithy, the more we talked, the more I feel ashamed of my lack of technology. We need look no further. Your technology in a few centuries have made a huge difference. Imagine talking to many millions of years. Imagine that you went back in time with the tank brigade to fight the Roman Empire, or return with some nuke subs to dominate the seas in the 17th century. Even if an atomic submarine was captured, they could never copy your technology. You would be a complete alien to your own planet, with only a few years apart. The advantage of integration with more advanced races is that you will develop into an impossible speed of you even imagine today. Question: Mithy, that you wrote, is translating your Andromedan planet writing language to Portuguese or English? You can see the difficulty? Even getting our set of symbols, if you decide to write something for us, you depend on the exact adaptation to your language. If you write VOCE instead of you, would be a totally different word. It isn't possible to use in general for all. So, it's not worth using. You have a large number of languages and dialects on the planet. There had to be a dictionary for each. Some symbols mean many things depending on where you are in the context of the sentence. Very difficult to prepare a dictionary with all the variants. Language writing is extremely outdated. The stimulus of the brain only speak one language, and can be simultaneously translated into all languages. In this example I wrote, is spelled for English. Just for the record, all of your language is of extraterrestrial origin. All races that are here were brought to colonize the planet in the old agreement of humanoid communities, from different points of several galaxies. All of them transmitted to their descendants the legacy essential for development, the main one being the writing. Each of them hoped that their particular race is overpowering the others in colonization, providing a single unifying language across the planet, but this has not occurred. The breeds were developed at the regional level, and the Earth so far failed to unification. In this passage for the New Age, that will happen over the next century. You will speak only one language. It will not be any of the currently spoken, but a synthesis of several of them. Does the language of the Earthlings. We had to help a spaceship, a race friend, that crashed below the North Polar ice cap. The ship and 305 crew members were rescued, and taken to the Antarctic base for repairs, which is the only place on Earth in conditions of repair spacecraft. Only 2 of the 307 crew members died. This Arcturian race of a planet orbiting Arcturus are helping in the survey of oceanic volcanic activity. Almost everyone working in the base of the Atlantic Ocean, 6,000 feet deep, are Arcturians. They have great cities underwater on their home planet, and are experts in oceanography, biology and geology to large oceans and great depths. They are also transferring several species of dolphins, white, gray, porpoises, and whales, to its oceans to protect those species of mammals for future reintegration in an environment already regenerated. It was what they were doing at the North Pole, collecting krill and other crustaceans. Your scientists may already be realizing, these mammals are significantly decreasing in your oceans. The whole base had to be moved to another location, because the volcanic activity drifted too close. That gave a lot of work. We have been working on several teams, and it took many days to complete. I came today only account for the days that you should have waited for my return, but we're tired, and we'll take a couple days of earned leave, in our colony. Should I return in 10 days? I hope you all stay well, within the possible. Wait for our next video. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.